Okay guys, we are going to start with IELTS reading, and the test which we are going to solve, that is academic IELTS reading test. By the way, the type of questions that we have in IELTS reading, they are same for academic as well as for general training. Only the passages are different. So we are solving this academic test, and this test is taken from Cambridge Official Guide to IELTS. Right? I'll share the book with you as well. You can take all the tests. This book contains 8 listening tests, 8 reading tests, so you can solve all these tests. We are going to start with section number 1. Now, the method which you should follow to solve the test is, first of all, the first 1 minute you are going to skim through the passage. And you will be having a pencil in your hand. You can underline, encircle important words and details. As I told you before, you will read the first sentence, not even first sentence. Sometimes if you perceive the idea, you can just read half sentence. And if you don't perceive the idea, then you have to read even 2 sentences. So you will read 1 or 2 sentences, and then you will scan the whole paragraph. First you skim the first line, then you scan the whole paragraph. If you find any number, any word starting with a capital letter, any proper noun, any name of city, name of person, you can underline that. So that when you go to the questions, if anything, for example, in paragraph 1, you read New York somewhere, and then you find there is a question about New York, so you know where to go, right? So let's do this thing together. Now all of you, please come to this title page. The flavor of pleasure. Right? So it should be actually the pleasure of flavor, but they say the flavor of pleasure. Now let's see what the passage is about. We don't understand what does it mean, the flavor of pleasure. When it comes to celebrating the flavor of food, our mouth gets all the credit, but in truth, it is the nose that knows. Okay? So all the credit goes to the mouth, but actually it is the nose that knows. So it means now they are going to tell us about food and flavor and mouth and nose and all that. Okay, we understand this much. Now let's come to first paragraph. No matter how much we talk about tasting our favorite flavors, relishing them really depends on a combined input from our senses. And this is the first paragraph. They talk about senses, taste, smell and all that. Second paragraph, and we can just see at the end they have mentioned the word what scientists call retronasal smell, and this is in inverted commas. Words in inverted commas are important. Second paragraph, certainly our mouths and tongues have taste buds which are receptors for the 5 basic flavors. So in this paragraph they are going to tell us about 5 basic flavors and all that. And yeah, that's it. There isn't anything in capital, so we move on to the next paragraph. All the complexity, nuance and pleasure of flavor come from the sense of smell operating in the back of the nose. So this paragraph is about back of the nose, something that is operating and all that. Okay, next, and in the second last line they use the word the primates specialize in and all that. Next paragraph. Taste without retronasal smell is not much help in recognizing flavor. So taste without nose means if you don't smell anything, you only taste it. They are just talking about that in this paragraph. Next paragraph. In many ways, he is discovering. Now they are using he, it means they use the noun in the previous paragraph. Okay, so the name is Golden Shepherd. In the previous paragraph, they mentioned the name Golden Shepherd. So you can underline Golden Shepherd. And when they say in many ways, he is discovering that. So anything that discovered by Golden Shepherd, you will come to this paragraph. Is rather like fact recognition, visual system detects pattern and all that. Okay, now let's move on to the next paragraph. This ability to appreciate specific aromas turns out to be central to the pleasure we get from food. So, central idea how we get the pleasure from the food, ability to appreciate specific aromas turns out to be central. Next paragraph, working out the role of smell in flavor interest food, scientists, psychologists and cook alike. So you can underline scientists, psychologists, cooks, and what do they say and all that. Next page please. However, whereas molecular gastronomy is concerned primarily with the food or smell molecules, neurogastronomy is more focused. So anything related to gastronomy, food or smell molecules, and then they talk about receptors and memory and all that. Next paragraph, thus the brain's flavor recognition system. Any question about brain's flavor recognition system, you will come to this paragraph, is a highly complex perceptual mechanism that puts all 5 senses to work in various combinations. Last paragraph, the flavor sensing system, ever receptive to new combinations, helps to keep our brains active and flexible. So this is the last paragraph and they talk about things like that. So you will do it in less than a minute. Now you are familiar with the passage, you know what the passage is and what the passage is all about. Now please come to questions 1 to 5. First they have written complete the sentences below. You understand it is sentence completion type of questions. And by the way, when you do questions, take a look at all the questions. 1 to 5 sentence completion, 6 to 9 notes completion, 10 to 13 short answer question. So you can start with any type of questions, they are all same. Questions and answers will be in order. Now for example, if they give questions 1 to 5, which paragraph contains the following information? Questions 6 to 10 or 9, they say short answer questions or summary completion. In that case, you need to start with summary completion first, or short answer question first, or true false not given first. Go to any question that needs full scanning of the passage at the end. Read those questions first. Now the question type, which paragraph contains the following information? For that you'll have to scan all the passage. So it's a good idea to read the questions first and after that start with any other type of question. As you're solving it, if you find any answer, then you can just match it there. Okay, so first thing is in section 1, the first 5-6 questions are usually grouped in first or second paragraph, right? So you should know that. Question number 1, according to scientists, the term dash characterizes the most critical factor in appreciating flavor. Go back to first paragraph and don't tell me the answer unless I ask you. According to scientists, we found the word scientists and term is always in inverted commas. Second good clue. Go to first paragraph, look for the word scientist. According to scientists, the term dash characterizes the most critical factor in appreciating flavor. Good. Waiting for others. Found it? Okay. Got it? So what's the answer? Retronasal smell. So term, if they use the word term, they are usually in inverted commas. You can easily find it. Now let's do question number 2. Savory is better known word for. Savory is in inverted commas. Go back to the same paragraph. Look for the word savory. Next paragraph. Just look for the word savory and then you got to see savory is a better known word for, means savory is a word for another word. For savory they use another word and that word will be your answer. Second paragraph, look for the word savory and see what other word are they using for savory, that will be your answer. Second paragraph. Come on, focus this thing. Third line, sweet, salty, sour, bitter and umami, or what is more commonly referred to as savory. Umami, what is more commonly referred to as savory. So what's the answer? Umami. Savory is already given. How come the word that is given, that is the answer? My name is Asad and my father's name is also Asad. That's not possible, huh? There should be a different name. So what is written in the question, that can never be the answer. So for question number 2, the answer is umami, U-M-A-M-I. Question number 3, the tongue was originally developed to recognize the unpleasant taste of dash. Unpleasant taste, tongue, clue word is tongue. Same paragraph, second paragraph. Tongue was originally developed second paragraph, last 2.5 lines. Good. So guys, what's the right answer? Toxins, exactly. And they mention toxins which in nature are often quite bitter or acidly sour. For bitter and sour, they have used the word unpleasant taste, right? So for question number 3, the answer is toxins. Please work smartly, as I see some of you are not finding the answers properly. Question number 4, human nasal cavities recognize dash. Human nasal cavities recognize something. Now just go back to third paragraph. Paragraph number 3, human nasal. Nasal cavities recognize something. So nasal cavities recognize that thing much better than external nose. Focus this line in third paragraph. Our noses have evolved to detect internal scents. Human nasal cavities recognize internal scents. Exactly, that's the right answer. Or you can even write smells. Internal scents or smells, that's the right answer. Question number 5, golden shepherd. See that? Now you know where the answer can be. At least this is good. Just a second, let's read the question first. Golden shepherd uses the word neurogastronomy to draw together a number of. Number of means answer is a plural word, right? Number of dash related to the enjoyment of eating. Number of dash related to the enjoyment of eating. Fourth paragraph. Find a plural word. Fourth paragraph, last 3 lines. Shepherd began to shed light on its working. Shepherd has come up with the term neurogastronomy to link the disciplines of food science. So what's the answer? Disciplines. Very good. Plural word. Number of and plural word. Okay, that's very good. Is that all fine? Okay, so now if you start well in section 1 reading, then you will be very much confident and you will be able to make it. And if there is mess in the beginning, that will go along with you exactly till the end of the test. Okay.